Uh,
Is
I
it
want
clear
us
or
to
everyone is
start
just quiet?
from the beginning. I know that everybody is here for when you became a doctor and then you was a fake doctor and the one not. We are gonna get to that. But
Okay.
I like us to get to a good timeline so that everybody understands. Those that know the story, they do this, that don't, and then they can also get to know you and where you come from and all of that stuff. Just start there and take it from there.
Okay. So do you want to know about my childhood? That type of, are we going that back?
We are starting there. We are so starting there because there is two birthdays. There is a 98, there's a 96, and whatnot. And I think you need to put that into perspective. When were you born and all of that?
Okay. So I was born in 1998, 9th of October. I was born in Joburg Coronation, and then we moved to Kimberley, my mom and dad, and then from Kimberley, we then moved to the Northwest. That's so yeah, we moved to the Northwest after my dad died, and I stayed in the Northwest, and then my mom came back to Joburg to come and work this. And in the Northwest, I went to crash that side. I did my grade one, grade two, grade three that side. And then 2006, I think it was, I then came to Joburg. And
Zoe,
then I've been in Joburg ever since.
So when you move to Joburg, you are doing your grade four. What school is this? Because obviously there's people that did go to school with you that can corroborate such information.
Okay, so in the Northwest, I went to a school called Kwalakito Primary, right? So in Kwalakito, I left midterm, right? So I left midterm of grade three, and then I came to Joburg. So when I got to Joburg, I was living in the Randburg area. There's a school called Robin Hills, right? So when I entered that school, we wrote an entry exam or whatever it's called, and then I was promoted, and then I skipped my grade four, and then I was promoted to grade five, right? And then I did my grade five, and then I was then promoted yet again, and then I was promoted to grade seven. So all of this is in one school, Kwalakito. So once I was then done with my grade seven, my principal, told me that, hey, there's this scholarship to do Cambridge education. You should apply and all of that. So I applied, and then I got the scholarship. So when I also went to the Cambridge, which is the Cambridge Assessment International Education, I also did an entry there as well, an entry test. And then they placed me in grade nine. And then then I continued until A level. So A level, it's like your first year of university, right? So it's like that introduction into varsity. So it's also quite beneficial, like go to varsities internationally and all of that. So then so the next school was Oxford Academy, and then I left that one. I think it was 2015, 16, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember that well. And then I left there with an A level, which is a Cambridge AICE diploma. So for short, we just call it a high school diploma, and they call it A level certificate.
So now, Chomi, I need you how many times were you promoted in the middle of these schools? Was it two or three times?
Three times.
So that is grade four, your grade eight, and that would have been grade 10 next.
No, no, no. It was grade four, grade six, and grade eight.
So now, tell me about, okay, we hear that. Tell me about your entry into the Big S Verts and how that came about and which year was this. And I would also like to use, because obviously we also do know, our doctor friends, there is no way that you were alone in class and the whatnot. You can also dabble into the examples, into the names of the people that you were with in class for five,
Yeah.
6 years. There's people you was with, You can use those as an example.
Okay. Went to Wits 2015 or 16, between somewhere there. Can't really
Oh no,
recall that
the
well.
to be specific, was it 2015? Was it 2016? Which year was this?
Okay, let's see. So I graduated in 2020. So I would say 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so it was 2015.
You get your entry, and then is there someone that you think or any person would know that you were with in class? Like if I was with, Dr. Musa Mtombeni in class, I would use Dr. Mtombeni in class. That there's the people that I was with, because obviously at the end of the day, we all meet on the socials.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I mention names, y'all won't even know the people. Like there's no one popular person that I would say that, okay, I went with this one to school or anything of that sort. So there isn't like that one particular popular person.
And okay, going into that, obviously after you qualify, after you finish, and then you have to do your in-serve. Your in-serve would be 2 years, and then you also do your community service. Where did you do that? Your in-service training followed by your community service? Where was that? And how old were you, if you were to give a good time frame?
Mm-hmm. So I started my intern when I was 21. Yeah, I was 21, and then did it for 2 years. I'm not sure if I should mention names of institutions, but then I guess I can. Okay, so what is this thing called? So remember that in intern, you will do it at various different hospitals depending on the rotation. So I have done my rotation at Helen Joseph. I have done it at Coronation. I have also think it at Chalomatlake. So it just depends on what rotation you have done. I did my, primary healthcare at Discoveries, which is in Florida.
Wait, Chomi, wait. But if you, and it's after you finish, okay, that you've graduated from the varsity, you get placed at a specific hospital. The rotations, yes, they could happen because of the shortages, but you will get placed. That I've gotten, like myself, when I did my community service, I did it in the East Rand, but I was placed in that specific hospital. So where were you placed according to the varsity? Where did they place you? And then whether you rotated or not, I think it's irrelevant. But they placed you somewhere. Where were you placed for your in-serve and for your community service?
At Helen Joseph.
And that's where you also did your community service.
Oh, so my community did it in the Northwest. So you don't do like in cities, big cities. I'm currently doing community service, so I'm not done with it.
So you saying that you were a bursary student, because if you were a bursary student, obviously that always comes from your disadvantaged backgrounds and the whatnot. If you applied to that, when you applied for your bursary, I also want you to put it together with your recent version of events when you got beat at Helen Joseph, how that came about, because all of that is somehow interconnected.
Exactly. Okay, so the trending thing, right? You know how the trending began? It's very, I can't pinpoint. So on the 8th of October, right? I remember it. I was literally at home with a couple of friends of mine, and we're discussing my birthday, which would have been next day on the 9th. And we're there. And because I don't have Twitter, I literally had to download Twitter for this. One of my friends is like, "What are you trending on Twitter? You're like at the bottom of the trend list." And I'm like, "Hey, Bo, why?" And it's like, "Oh, no, something to do with you being a fake doctor." And I laughed it off. And I, continued. And then I could see, man, there is that flow of this fake doctor thing. But what kind of like I noticed, it was doctors on my comment section, and they were asking questions about my tea. One of them is like, "Oh, we want to know how it works," and I'm like, "Okay, but then the tea is not even out yet. Please send an email there, then I can just forward you the documents and all of it." And I dismissed in the morning, woke up, got a call again from colleagues. They're like, "Dude, you are trending. What's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, but guys, what do you mean I'm trending?" So that's when I did that video in the. I'm like, "Hey, but guys, like, you know," I took it very lightly and I continued with my day. Around 12 o'clock, knocked off. Now it's my birthday. We're going to celebrate my birthday 3-day getaway. Now the trending has amplified, right? Okay, so we left our phones. So when we finally came back, I think it was on the 12th, that's when I saw everybody has made a statement. I'm like, "Haibo, this has made a statement. Gauteng Health has made a statement. HPCSA made a statement." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what is this?" You understand? So when all of that was happening, now I'm trying to figure out, okay, what is actually happening? Why are people saying I'm a fake doctor? What did I do? What did I say? You know, I'm trying to connect the dots for me to kind of like be like, okay, let me address this. But I couldn't figure it out. But one thing that I noticed was the two being used, the Zingelwa surname and the Lani surname. Now, with the Zingelwa surname, I remember there was a video that I did, think it was last year or 2 years back. I don't remember how that came about or what question the person asked, but I know it's not first time that person has been on my thingy. And I'm like, yay, it is Zingelwa. My name is Zingelwa. I didn't even know there was such a doctor called Zingelwa. It was just a thingy that I literally threw out there, and I moved on with life from there. So I noticed that, okay, this Zingelwa and Lani keeps popping up. And then I was then on my what is this thing called, on my TikTok, and I'm like explaining to people, guys, the Lani surname that you guys are using, it's not the surname that I am registered with. That's a surname that I got in March of 2021. You understand? Because prior to that, I was using my mom's surname, and then they paid whatever traditional things that they paid to change the.
What is your mom's surname? Sorry to cut you, Chomi. What is your mom's surname that you was using before you changed to Zingelwa?
Oh, I'm not comfortable with that. Yes.
It's fine, Chomi. Go back again.
Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, okay, no problem. Okay, see what is being noticed. However, I was be like to people, okay, guys. So there was a video. You said you didn't see it because like my account got deleted. But if you go to TikTok and just write Dr. Matthew certificate, it will appear. So there was a video of me there showing people my degree. And Abantu were like, no, it's fake. It's fake. It's, it's not.
I Chomi. I saw it. It was like on the far end of the wall and you couldn't bring it closer. Yes, you switched to it, but no one could read directly into it.
No, then there was another one. So, because I posted that one and people were like, no, bring it closer. And then I did another one. So there was another one that I did. Because the one you're talking about was one and that then, I was in the bedroom, right?
Yeah, I don't know where you were, but I seen that one when you just browse through it, you're like, oh, this is my degree, Guatintini. Mm-hmm. And I want to move. Okay, take us. Okay, you're still telling your story, but I assume we would be at the part where you're back at Helen Joseph, because nobody's seen you actually doing anything, and every time everyone would see you would be you walking at the empty corridors. Mm-hmm. Take us through that and to the part where you got beat and yeah.
Okay, so firstly, so all those videos that like I was like in the corridors, things like that, those were last year's videos, right? A lot of them were last year's videos because my internship ended this year, January. And then ever since this year, I've never been like fully there at Helen Joseph. So on that where I was at Helen Joseph, So we have an NGO, like I said, Greater Than AIDS Africa, and it works with HIV positive people doing testing, but we also have a funding to track people who defaulted on ARV treatment and TB treatment, right? So then we were, on that particular day, right, there was a patient that we tracked and then found them quite bedridden, and then we sent them off to the hospital, and then they took him to Helen Joseph. So whilst they were there, we get a call from the family member. The family member is like, no, listen, the hospital called, the doctor said they want, if we can bring his medication, the one I see what medication he was on this whole entire time, because it's not on the tears.org system. We're like, okay, don't worry, we will take it there because it's on our way home. So if you know Florida, you know that from like Melville, you valley past Helen Joseph to go to Florida. So, okay, that day, we arrived at Helen Joseph through the security at the front gate, and then parking. And then we go to right, because it was already after visiting hours. It was myself and my friend, right? Also person in the NGO. And I'm like, what? Medical doctor, what? They're like, yeah. It's like, okay, can I call somebody to come? They're like, yeah, you can. So I call my friend to tell her to call my mom so my mom can bring the attorney. And I tell her that, Bati, I'm here because of impersonating a medical doctor. Hi, bro. Okay, fine. When they check on the system, because Bati, there's a system, I forgot what you called, where they can check if you have other cases open with other police stations under a specific name. So when they check this Matthew Lani name, nothing came up. So hence, it was only impersonating of a medical doctor. So my friend comes with my documentation. She's thinking that, okay, I'm gonna show this, all of this documentation, and they're gonna get released. And the police are like, nope. The media already, by this time, media is already at the gate. There's literally media at the gate. Everybody knows now Matthew is arrested and all of it, right? So I get booked. They put me in my own cell, give me tons of blankets. Shema, I don't wanna lie, I was treated very well by the police. Okay, fine, my attorney comes and is like, okay, you're going to appear in court on Tuesday. Okay, no stress. Tuesday comes, Miyavuga, outside, there's media, abantu bayacula kumnandi, yey, it's that. So when I came, then the Hawks are the ones that came in. Then we went to their offices because they said they need to redo the fingerprints. And then after that, we went to the Johannesburg Magistrates Court. When we got to the cell, I thought like it's going to be rough. But honestly speaking, it was very calm. Like it was not as scary as I anticipated, even with the guys from Sun City and all of it. Okay, I'm there. I call my lawyer, tell him that, nope, I've arrived. So, because I have two attorneys, one of them comes, tells me what's going on. There's media, so you might, so right now, we have submitted your documents. We are waiting to hear what the NPA says, and then bail, then you're gonna go up to court. It's gonna be media, so you must cover your face like Dr. Nandipa and all of TikTok is gonna have a field. Hey, okay, fine. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you. We're enjoying.
Okay, fine. 20 minutes, not 30 minutes, up to 20 minutes, attorney comes back, the matter, so you are, but there's media, of course, outside, no problem. So we go, now the matter is withdrawn. The case is dismissed, basically, while dropped. So we get there, speak to the media, and then I go home, and yeah.
Okay, Tommy, I want to go back a little bit. There's a specific interview that you did with is it Kelebogile at that funky show, and then you was I think you were head saying that you are a psychologist What was happening with that? Was it you who was a psychologist at the time, or was it the other bitch that was with you for the interview?
Can you hear me? Because like I couldn't hear you, but I heard you were asking about the Relebohile and all of that.
Yes.
We can hear you, baby.
Oh, I can't hear Musa like I don't know, is it him or is it me?
Okay, it's fine.
Can you hear us
me?
though?
Yeah, I can hear
me,
you
Doc?
guys. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, right. Musa was saying there's a interview
No,
he
I
did
heard Musa's
with
question. He
Relebohile.
was asking about the Relebohile
Evan.
show, and on that show it
Oh,
was
you said
written.
didn't hear you.
But
No, guys,
It's fine.
So the
It's okay, Tony.
I think the question is, were you a psychologist before becoming a medical doctor?
I heard the question, but it was keep breaking. So from those bits and pieces, I was able to construct the question. Okay.
You may proceed and answer now.
Okay. I have addressed what is this thing? The girl that I was with was the
Am I the only one who can hear him?
No. Hey.
You can't hear me.
Yeah,
So
no,
yes,
you keep
Tony.
breaking.
As soon as you start giving the answer, you start breaking.
And then you
let's
guys
try
are
again.
Unga continue, Dr. Matthew.
So I can continue.
Yes, please continue. We are
Hello.
listening. Hi, Matthew.
So should I continue
Can you hear
speaking?
me?
Continue, Doc.
Yes,
Yes,
continue.
Doc,
Yes, you can continue.
The floor is yours,
Sure.
Doc.
I was with on the Relebohile, right in the NGOs. So she was the one that was doing psychologist. So in the manner that we constructed the email, because we sent the email through telling our story, it then final editing put her, the psychologist, on me. And we even did copy and paste with that email to the 702 show, right? So hence 702 and that show have similar introductions. So it was a copy and paste. So the error we only saw the error once now this show was airing, and hence they couldn't edit it. However, they did on their YouTube channel put a correction there.
All right, thanks, Tommy. I'm gonna pass to Zoe, and then Zoe is gonna handle the speakers. If you guys have questions, and then Zoe will facilitate that. Tommy.
Okay. Hi, Matthew. Are you well? Matthew.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Can I just ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a qualified medical doctor?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll take our first speaker will be Dot. Hi, Singobile, ungakhuluma. Then siyakufanele. Ngicela niphakamiseni izandla, guys. Dot, ungakhuluma Singobile.
Okay, hi. Hello, Dr. Matthew. Hope you're well. I just wanted to ask you, so now that you're admitting that you are a qualified medical doctor, does it mean that you committed perjury in court? Because you said your lawyer said in court that you are pretending to be a doctor on social media. So are you admitting on this base that you committed perjury in court? That's all I wanted to ask.
Okay, so my lawyer didn't say in court, he said it to the media. In court, there was no statement that was asked of me, because when we got to court, the docket was saying, okay, you are impersonating. You need to impersonate a specific person. You understand? And there was no evidence that I am impersonating a specific person. So hence, when the NPA came and made the statement, they said that no evidence showing that this person was impersonating. So there was perjury that was committed. We told the media that, understand? And the reason we told the media that was that I think a week or two before I got arrested, did announce on my Twitter, on my blog, that I scored a television gig, and that was a documentary, Dr. Matthew, The Untold Story. And in this documentary, it was basically, so when they approached me, the idea was, okay, TikTok star, expose being a fake doctor. But then once they sat down with me and actually getting the real truth and presenting everything, the documentary turned into, okay, you were accused of being a doctor, and here is your things, you actually a qualified doctor. The documentary has friends, family, other individuals that were with me in this journey. So in the contract, it's stipulated that I cannot disclose to media of anything with regards to my qualification. Hence, you'll notice I've not done media interviews or anything like that, because it defeats the purpose. And also I was paid, so contractual.
Okay, one more question then. Going to that, right? Your lawyer said that you had never treated any patients and that you've never had any patients. So that means that you impersonating a doctor is impossible. But you told us earlier on that there was some patient that you were treating, or there was a patient in some critical whatever that you guys were going to go see and go treat. So that means that your lawyer was